morning, everyone. My name is Karla, and you've reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy, and a little bit of life thrown in. I'm feeling like I should maybe change that intro and say where I talk about mostly cross stitch and crochet and other crafts that I enjoy, because that's definitely how it's been the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty 50-50, you know, of my time spent working on those things. I have lots of stuff to show you today. So I know the last couple of videos have been shorter. This one may not be. So I want to say welcome. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If this is the first time that you're seeing me, sorry, I have a light shining right in my eyes. Gotta change that a little bit. If this is your first time finding my channel, I hope that you like what you see, want to hit like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you, welcome. Thank you for coming back and spending this time with me. It means so much to me, and I am so happy to have you here with me every week. So I always do a weather report. You know, it's getting to that time of the year where it's kind of hard for me to tell you, because I can tell you what the temperatures say, what the forecasts say, etc. But even though like this coming week it's not supposed to be as hot, you know, it's supposed to be like in the mid 60s, low 70s, but it seems like once we hit the slightly hotter weather, my apartment feels hot, especially at night. And so I feel like it's hot, even though honestly if I went outside it would be really great weather. I have my window open. I'm trying to get cool air in my apartment, but I'm just like, I'm hot right now. I know that that's partly me, it's partly my age, it's partly the fact that I'm on the second floor. But yeah, I mean, it's not that hot right now. It's like in the mid 60s maybe, and it's totally overcast. We also have a time period in California where kind of April to June-ish, it's often very overcast in the morning, and then it burns off by noon. So right now it's totally gray and, you know, breezy, but it doesn't feel like that in here. I actually wish I could get a little bit more airflow. But we're definitely, you know, we're definitely into spring, summer. Heat is around the corner. I need to say a huge happy birthday to my sister Stacy, sister-in-law Stacy, but I don't make a huge distinction. Yesterday was her birthday. I think it was her big 4-0, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to calculate. I don't know. It might be actually 41. I don't know. But anyway, happy birthday, Stacy. I thought about it all week. Like, oh, I have to remember to call her on Saturday and greet her. I forgot yesterday. You know, what a ding dong. So I was thinking about it all week. And then, of course, on the day, I forgot. So I think she got like breakfast in bed from Reagan and Reagan's friend who's staying with them this weekend. And, yeah, so hopefully she had a good day. I know they're like smack in the middle of having to start to pack. So that for me isn't fun, so I don't think it's gonna be fun for them either, but you know, it is what it is. I have 2 Zooms scheduled for this coming month. The month that starts tomorrow. So I did get a laptop, a small refurbished laptop, and I tried out a Zoom with my friend. Now it was only one other person on the Zoom call, or Zoom meeting, so maybe that can make a difference, but I mean, we had no problems. I was on there with her for well over an hour, no hiccups. So I'm hoping, knock wood, that all of the problems as far as the Zoom calls are solved by using a PC instead of a Chromebook. I think that they will be. So I decided to schedule 2 Zooms for this coming month. The first one is next Sunday, so I realize it's very short notice, and so, you know, if you can't come, no biggie. But I have, all the information will be in the box below. So the first one will be Sunday, Sunday, May 7th at 2 p.m. California time, Pacific time. And then we'll go to the end of the month and have one on Saturday, May 27th. At 5 o'clock Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast, it'll be 8. So, you know, not too late, but nice evening meeting on a Saturday. So all the information for logging in is below, and hopefully I'll be able to enjoy the Zooms. The last couple times has not been particularly fun for me, and the Zooms mean so much to me, to get to talk to all you guys and chit chat and everything, and not being able to do that was a huge bummer for me. So hopefully that was all worked out. Now, I don't know if I'm having spotty internet. I really can't do anything about my internet. I mean, in an apartment building, we only have one internet provider option, and you know, so I was on I was playing a D&D game on Roll20, which is a web-based like D&D site, I guess, and I was having problems compared to everybody else is on there, and some of others like, well, if your internet is blah blah blah. I can't do anything about my internet, so I will try and reboot my internet more regularly, I guess, to hopefully, if that's a problem. Otherwise, I don't know what's gonna happen with all these online things. But anyway, that's all of that technical stuff. So hopefully I'll see you guys at the Zooms. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it working. So let's hope it does. I still have my Chromebook. I really actually liked using my Chromebook. I'm still going to use it probably for uploading all my videos and stuff like that. And I like the fact that it's quicker because it's never doing updates. But, you know, Zoom does not support Chromebook. So there we go. All right, so now I have both options, but I can do the Zoom on the PC. Okay, so I don't have a lot to talk about this week. It's been a normal week, you know. It's kind of busy at work, and yeah, work's work. We talked about it, you know. It's like I come home and do crafting, and that's my joy. So I think I put my title. I need, you know, to add about 10 hours a day to each day so that I can get everything done that I want to get done. Because that's my one challenge, is I have so many things that I'm excited about and that I want to do, and only so much time. So, you know, I have to not overload myself. So let's go through whips. I worked on 4 cross stitch projects this week. I worked on my Be My Own Valentine's SAL because I'm trying to get this thing done. You know, I'm supposed to finish it in February. That didn't happen. But I think I'm close now. I finished the leaves. I finished the flowers. I have the 3 bees at the top that, well, this one has its body, but the other 2 need their bodies and their wings, and then finish the border. And I think that that's it. So I ran out of like my first green. So I have like 3 greens in this. I think it looks fine. But I did have to fudge a lot. It's baggy. Yeah? You need to say hi to the people? Do you? Come here. Come here. Oh. Anybody who's watched my videos knows that I would say maybe 50 to 75% of the time I start doing a video and somebody starts getting neglected. He can go 8 hours and be, you know, hidden in a cabinet somewhere and not care. But the minute I start talking to the computer, he, yeah. I also realized last week, in the middle of the video, all of a sudden there was like this jingle, 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 jingle. And I don't even notice it anymore because, you know, I live with him. He does have a couple toys that he likes that roll around on the floor and have a jingle in them. And he was playing with it last week. So if you hear weird noises like that, if you hear jingle jingles, it's him playing. If you hear scrape, 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 it's him in his box. And yeah, we live in a little place. So, okay, let's go on. I worked on my solar system last week. The mini new solar system, artwork by Adrian Chesterman, and charted by Artecy. Thank you. I actually have a bit of a headache this morning because I didn't sleep that great because somebody kept waking me up wanting to lick on me, which I did not like. Okay, here I go. I did not finish the entire diagonal because, you know, they're starting to get a little bit bigger, and I realize if you do not work on full coverage, then you don't really know, like, you know, this is quite a bit of stitches in there, and it takes a while to do it. But I'm just really pleased with how vibrant this is looking so far. I mean, I realize I'm in the sun part of it, but still the colors are just looking really good. So I think that as this grows, it's going to be pretty exciting to see. I worked on the Cardinal that I'm making for my friend Tracy. Next Sunday is her partner Jason's birthday, which I should say happy birthday next week, but I'm thinking about it now in case I forget. So, so happy birthday, Jason. I don't think he ever watches my videos, but Tracy does occasionally. And I finished the tail and just did more in here, and I think I finished that leaf. This is going to stay in the rotation for May because my May theme is fur, feathers, and flames. So you know, birds fit in that. And so I'm going to go ahead and keep this in the rotation and get some more done on it this coming month, hopefully. Okay, and then the last project that I worked on cross-stitch wise was Bellatrix. By Bella Filipina. Oops. And this week I was focusing down here. I brought the black edge of the skirt all the way down, and then this is part of the plinth or whatever, and then this color. So that was the part that got worked on. Okay, so that was all of my cross-stitch whips. And then as far as crochet goes, I did have a finish this week. I showed you part of it last week, but I did finish my Baby Yoda amigurumi, or Grogu is his actual name. So cute. Very, I'm solidifying the fact that I really enjoy doing the amigurumi, the three-dimensional creatures. I think I'm going to settle into basically that is going to be my crochet passion, not sweaters, not, you know, I mean, I really enjoyed making the slippers and I'll probably make more, but making the little creatures, doing the 3D, like basically sculpting with yarn is, I think, getting to be my jam. So, okay. So the other things that I worked on crochet-wise this week is I did work on my shrug. This, I actually finished the first ball of yarn. So I have three skeins. So that's, I'm going to make the 3 skeins, and then I think it'll be big enough. If necessary, I could always get, oh, I didn't quite finish it. I thought I had, because I have just a little bit of a ball left. So this is probably enough for 1 or 2 more rows. If I don't feel like the 3 is big enough to make the shrug, I might get 1 more. But it's full. Oh, 3 plus 1. Thank you, Siri. What was I gonna say? Oh, so while I was on the computer working, playing the game on Friday night, I was able to work on this at the same time, because it's this, of all of my crochet projects and stitching projects and everything, this is the one that's a little bit the most, like I don't have to think about it, you know, because it's just like one little pattern and I got it in my head already. So this is how kind of wide it is now. I just really love the yarn. It's really pretty. And so, yeah, I worked on that a little bit. Feels really nice too. It's, I should have pulled this out ahead of time, right? But that would require me to be smart about things. And I'm not always. Okay, this is Caron Simply Soft. So yeah, no wonder it feels nice, because it's a Simply Soft yarn. Yeah, Caron Simply Soft, and this is the color Oceana. And it is it is 100% acrylic, and it is machine washable and dryable, which is good for a garment. And it's a number 4 yarn, if that matters to you, weight wise. So yeah, I do actually really like it. And I think I may actually want to get another ball of this or skein of this or whatever, and you will see why in a bit when I start talking about more in my crochet journey. Okay. Let's see, another whip I worked on, and I don't think I have a picture anywhere that I can show you, because it's on, I think it's on my phone. It's not on, yeah, it's not on my tablet even. So it doesn't look like anything yet, right? It's a disc. This is going to be a little Pusheen character. For those of you that don't know, Pusheen is like a cat, like a cartoon cat thing. And it's basically, you know, a oval ball of cat, and you crochet the stripes and everything. But this one, it's holding a little ice cream cone. So as I work on that, I will try and see if I can print out a picture. Maybe I actually have one. Hold on. If I do, it will be black and white, but hold, please. printed one out because I put it on my phone. Oh well, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so no, I don't have a picture of the Pusheen, but as I continue to work on him, you will see him grow. Okay, and then the last thing that I worked on, and I worked on this a lot, kind of goes along, actually, let me show you haul first, because I'm really excited. So most of the haul that I got this week, which isn't that much, but I got stuff for amigurumi. Some of it's just like supplies that aren't exciting, like I got some pipe cleaners, and I got a couple sets more of eyes, and these are actually joints, so you can make arms that move and heads that swivel, and I got those for a specific purpose, which I will show you in a bit. And then I got some really cool eyes. I got 2 different sets of these like dragon eyes. I got bigger ones and little ones, and then I got a set of like really big eyes. So, in my bag, I found stuff to do with it. Okay, so, I'm going to show you some stuff on my tablet. So I discovered, I got a book on Amazon. So I discovered this crochet pattern designer, and I found this book on Amazon, and then I got a couple patterns from her Etsy shop as well. And I'm just loving them. So in my cross stitch journey, I feel like when I started cross stitch, I was like, I love this craft, and you know, I got a ton of patterns. This is cute, this is cute, this is cute, this is cute. And over time, I have kind of settled more into the type of patterns that I like to do, which can still evolve, I know that. But like right now, I'm really enjoying like fairies and fancy ladies and that kind of thing. So that kind of pushes me towards Mirabilia and Bella Filipina and Joan Elliott. I'm really enjoying the Chatelaines that I discovered, and I like full coverage I found. So I kind of like settled into sort of the style of stuff that I like to do. Even though when I first started, it's like, you know, I got, everything was cute and I wanted to get everything. And then I just kind of realized over the time of stitching that there are certain things I just enjoy stitching more. I mean, I think that's normal for everybody. So I think I've discovered with crochet much quicker, kind of the same thing, in that when I first started, you know, just trying it out, it's like, yes, I like doing this craft, but that doesn't mean that I want to do everything in the craft. So in other words, I really don't have that much of a desire to do like blankets or sweaters or things like that. And I kind of discovered this amigurumi, and I'm really liking this idea of creating sort of like 3-dimensional sculpted objects. And I've been drawn to kind of like these fantasy objects. So like the cutesy ones I like, you know, and I made the elephant and I love him, and I made the Grogu and I love him too, but it's like I don't want to make 8,000 bunnies and cutesy little animals. And but what I am really drawn to is this one designer, Megan Lapp. So what did I get of hers? Okay, so this set is called, I got this from Etsy. This is her Curvy Mermaids. And the one thing that's really cool about her patterns is she does all of these options. So in other words, there's 3 body styles And then there's 3, so you have to pick like the whole body. But then there's 3 different ways to make their hair. There's all of these different fin options, and of course it's all mix and match. So, and that's kind of like how all of her patterns are. And then, I was also getting into the dragons, and I have to show you this book because this book is just amazing. So, but this book has like the big dragon, but she also had a pattern for newborn dragons, which is these. Oh, they're so cute. And again, you know, the head is the same on all of them, but then there's all these different legs and all these different bodies and all these different, so you can make them in 1,000 different positions. And then, oops, the juvenile dragon, so it's the same kind of thing, where it's all mix and match. And you can, you know, make them in just a ton of different positions. So like you can have them standing or sitting, and it all just depends on, you know, which leg styles you make. I think that's it. So yeah, so I'm just very excited about that. Now I have 2 other patterns here I have to show you. These are for somebody special. So Stacey, if you're watching this and there's a little guy with you, then send him out of the room because I don't want him to see these patterns. So, oops, let me do the other one first. So there's this one. How cute. And to go along with him, there's that. So I think those will be made this year. Okay, so that was all the ones on here that I want to show you, but I have to show you this book. So this is her first book. I think I was reading, because there's a Facebook group, of course. She's contracted for 4 books. So the first book is The Creatures of Myth and Legend. The second book is Impkins, I think is what they're called, and they're these really cute little like Fantasia mushroom type things. I mean, and I'm sure it's a whole book, so there's going to be many variations. So that one's coming out, I think, in the end of the year. And then the third book is Monsters, and the fourth book, nobody said yet. So there's 19 patterns in this, but really there's like 100 patterns, because the first part of the book is littler creatures. So this is so there's an alicorn, a wingless griffin, an alicorn, a cockatrice, a small dragon, a gargoyle, a griffin, a hippogriff, a jackalope, a pegasus, a phoenix, a unicorn, a wolvertinger, and a wyvern. So these are all smaller ones. So these are all the small creatures. And then in the back section is the standard size creatures. And the standard size creatures, there is a dragon, a kraken, feathered serpent, an owl, griffin, a phoenix, and a unicorn. So look at these. All of these mythical creatures. Look at a kraken if you're into that kind of thing. Okay, but again, with the dragon, I mean, the dragon is just amazing. But the dragon, like the options, there's so many different types of things you can do, because you can change. She has like 2 different kinds of back legs. like 4 different kinds of front legs, like 3 different kinds of wings, 6 different kinds of horns, a ton of different options for, you know, the scales down the back and the eyes, the decoration around the eyes, and like there's 4 different ears or 3 different ears or something, and did I say a bunch of wings and a bunch of different tail ornamentation? So there's so many different things that you can do, and her instructions are pretty clear. Now, I guess they consider these like intermediate to challenging patterns, or like the smaller ones are maybe high beginning. You guys know me. I am not stopped by that kind of thing. I learned how to make a magic circle, magic loop this week. It was challenging. I watched a video. I watched a video like several times, and then I did it along with the video several times, and now I think I got it down. So now I know how to make a magic loop. So I started this haul, you know, in the middle of showing you my projects because I need to show you what I'm working on. So I'm working on one of the mermaids. I think I chose, this is the mermaid 1 body, which is the one with the, she's a little bit more ample, let's say, and she has a little bit of a bigger chest and a little bit droopier chest, I guess. The only adjustment I made to it is I put some wiring in the arms, which was not called for, but I thought it would be cute to be able to, you know, position her arms a little bit more and have it stay. Obviously, she doesn't have her hair yet, and I'm waiting. I have a special yarn that's on its way for her hair. And I haven't done any of the fins yet. But I am really, really thrilled with her. The other thing is the way that these are designed, there's no nose or mouth. And I just didn't like the way that looked. So I took a cue from some other patterns that I saw. Also, the eyes were just like the black eyes. And since I got the fancier eyes, I decided to use the fancier eyes. And I decided to do a little bit of stitching around the eyes to do the eyelids. I feel like until she gets her hair, she looks a little bit weird and scary. But I didn't want her to not have any mouth or nose. So I stitched a nose and just put a little bit of red for her mouth. But I'm really, really excited about her. I'm excited about all the dragons. I want to do all of the unicorns, or not unicorns, all of the mermaids. And I want to do the dragons. I want to do all the baby dragons. I want to do all the juvenile dragons. I want to do at least one big dragon. They also allow me to use like these really pretty yarns that are exciting to me. So yeah, I'm just really excited about this whole aspect of the crochet. So I should be getting the yarn for her hair next, like in the middle of next week. So by next weekend, I think she's gonna be done, because as soon as I get that hair, I'm gonna definitely put it on her. I feel like there was something else I was gonna say about this. I don't know. But anyway, so again, the designer is Megan Lapp. She does have a YouTube channel as well, which just has about 20 videos that are all very short on how to actually do some of the techniques that she writes into her patterns, which was actually really helpful, because some of it's a little weird, and what it does is it creates the shaping. And so once you know that and know how to do it, then it works pretty easily. So anyway, so this is the beginning of my first mermaid. Oh, the thing I was going to say about my mermaids. I have this thing about mermaids, and I know that there's a whole, like when I first started stitching, there got to be sort of a movement to change skin tones, because there's not a lot of diversity in skin tones in cross stitching, and that started to change right about the time I started stitching. And so a lot of people are converting skin tones of like a lot of the Mirabilia patterns to be darker skinned, you know, which is great. And I've done that on a couple as well. I'm not doing it necessarily to be politically correct. I do it because it works better for me for that pattern or whatever. You know, I think that as people have all said, that people tend to like to sometimes stitch what they look like. I have very pale skin, so, you know, but I don't, you know, some of the Mirabilias, like I did change in Ella, the Frog Princess, one of the colors of her skin is actually white, like white. And I'm like, that is ridiculous. I mean, there's white in the dress and I kept that white, but for that lightest color in the skin, I changed it to at least a very, very pale cream with a little bit of like blood in it, because, you know, I mean, the color in your skin, aside from the melanin, also has to do with, you know, the fact that you have blood. So the white was just really bothering me. But getting back to mermaids is like, I have always like not totally understood the debate about mermaids, because I just don't think that mermaids would have, you know, human skin colored skin at all. I think that they would be, you know, green and blue and purple and, you know, later, you know, maybe yellow. I don't know. I've always thought that when I see mermaids, I see them as non-human skin and non-human hair colors, which, you know, I do that already, but yeah, so I think most of my mermaids are gonna have not human skin tones of any tone, but are gonna be teal and mint and lavender and stuff like that. But anyway, so this is her so far. I don't have a name for her. I don't know if you think that if there's any name that fits, then let me know. And I'm really excited about her. Now, granted, she's my first one. She's probably going to be the roughest, but I'm liking her so far. I really am. Okay, so that is, oh, I have my batteries at 10%. I better like take that off, and I need to charge my watch. Okay. Okay, so that was all my whips and haul for the week and everything. And now we are into plans. So obviously tomorrow starts a new month, which means I'm changing out my theme. Again, I'm overly ambitious in the number of projects that I have on my little whip list to, you know, my wheel. So some of these may not get touched during the month. But, you know, it is what it is. So the theme for May that I chose is fur, feathers, and flame, which basically means cats, animals, birds, and dragons. And these are the projects that I have on my list to possibly work on. So I have my sampler Osha, which I figured I might as well pull this out and start stitching on it. I had kept it as kind of a travel project when I go over to Erin Stacy's, but that is ending. So, so I don't need that as that kind of travel project anymore. So I do need to start working on it more like on the regular to get it done. I would like to get this done this year. So I think that's doable. Where I am. Oh, does that look like it's more than half? So yeah, I think I might be able to get this done this year. So if I work on it this month, and then, you know, as I've done the last couple of years, you know, my last 2 months of the year, like that push to the finish thing, and I get a lot of stuff done because I'm really motivated at the end of the year. Okay. This is my panda. It's actually panda and birds. So it's just panda right now. So that's the pandas. And then these are the birds. But I'm stitching this on a background fabric that I really liked. So I had to find stuff that fit in with the background. And so when I put these pandas on, I realized they were going to be pretty small. Like they're only going to go like to here. So I'm like, that's crazy. They need something else. So I'm going to put the birds up in the bamboo. So I did research, and actually those birds do live in bamboo. So anyway, I'm not very far on this. Get some work done on that hopefully this month. Okay, now we have calendar cats. I've been working on the spring one, which is this one right here. I found this pattern on eBay, and it's from the art of Edie Harper, and I think that this is like something that is like, I've never seen it anywhere else or anybody else working on it. I don't always see a date. No, I don't see a date. But Edie Harper was the wife of Charles Harper or Charlie Harper. They had very similar art styles, and I just thought this was so cute. And I dyed fabric myself for the 4 seasons. And it is, I think it's all 18 count. I think it's 18 count. So winter, autumn, and summer. And then this is the spring. And this is a lot of stitching in that cat. I know it doesn't seem like that, but it is a lot of white stitching. So we'll see if I can get any work done on this. I mean, spring is the only one I'm working on right now, and I don't have any plans to do the other ones immediately. Although, as with any kind of set like this, I do want to do them all eventually. Okay, I already showed you the Cardinal. That's on the list too. This is Kitty Litter, my gold collection, Dimensions Gold Collection. I started this at the beginning of the year. And this is pretty much full coverage, but it's dimensions, so you can't just stitch it straight, because it's like sometimes you're using 1 thread and sometimes you're using 5 threads and sometimes you're doing half stitches, and yeah, but that's how far I am on that. I've got my little Snapdragon. I never thought I was into dragons, and now all of a sudden I am. So, go figure. There's where he is. I put my cat collage in the list. This is a Laurel Birch Design Works kit. Which, you know, and I said this before, I was slightly disappointed when I opened this kit because the colors are just not as vibrant as they are in the picture, but I still like it. That's how far I am on that one. Kitty Magic, which I showed you guys last week. I don't know how often this will come out because honestly I have like 4 other full coverages for this month, and but that's where it is for right now. You can see all that sparkle in it. I do want to get to a point where there's like, you can see a black thread though. Okay, and then I have my mini flower kitty. I'm actually excited to get this one out again because I put it away for a little while and I kind of missed it. This is artwork by Jeremiah Kentner, and I'm doing this on 28 count, 2/110. And yeah, there I am. Very pretty colors in this. I really love this sort of watercolory effect in this artwork. And then last but not least, I spent like 15 minutes getting ready for this video trying to find this piece because I forgot that I had put it in a like a permanent Q-snap situation, so I had to put it in a big pillowcase as a project bag. And I was looking for the little project bag that holds all the threads and stuff, and I couldn't find it, And I'm like, how could I lose a whole project like this? And I just had it over there. So this is Let Sleeping Dragons Lie. This is by Amy Brown. The artwork is by Amy Brown, and it's charted by Unconventional Cross Stitch. This is going to take me maybe the rest of my life. I don't know. Because it is a full size. I told myself I was never going to get any more full size, full coverage. And this is one of the situations where I saw this pattern and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I thought about it for 2 weeks before I bought it. And I'm like, if I really can't stop thinking about it, then I need to have it. So, yeah. So, I dyed the fabric for this because it is a no background. So that's like, I can tell myself that it's going to only take me 19 years instead of 20, right? Because there's no background on it. And I'm in the lower corner. And this is also 28 count, 2/110. Okay, and last but not least, I am going to start something new, which is going to, oops, that is something. It's going to be the Prickly Owl by Dimensions. It's just a regular little Dimensions kit. I'm doing this with Julie from Stitching at the Cabin, and it was given to me by Dawn, fresh from Arizona. So it's kind of like a double friend thing. I was thinking about doing this, starting the Translucent Peacock as well, but I just have so much on my plate right now, and it's like, I think that one new start for the month is fine. I did pull out I think it had cream color white Aida. Didn't like it, so I pulled that out because I'm always going to pull out cream or white Aida. I mean, I would say 95% of the time I'm going to pull that out. I found a piece of blue Aida that was actually came in the kit from the pandas that I am doing on background fabric, so I had that piece of blue, but it was just plain blue, which wasn't exciting enough for me, so I dyed it with some teal, and it's super wrinkly. I need to wet it again and then iron it dry, but I just wanted to get a little bit of modeling in it, so I did. And I know it's hard to see like what's color and what's wrinkle, but as I said, I need to wet it and iron it dry again, because ironing it dry also sets the color, and I didn't do that, so I just need to get it wet and then iron it dry, and then I think it's gonna look really good with the colors though, with the bright greens of the cactus. And so yeah, so that is it, although that is plenty of projects for the coming month. As I said, I don't know if I'm going to get around to actually every single one. I don't know if I should make that a goal to at least hit one, but you know what, I'm pretty sweet every night. I stitch what I want when I want, or I crochet, or I do whatever it is that I feel like doing that evening. It has been crocheting a lot this past couple weeks because it's new. I'm excited by it, and I kind of feel like, you know, when I first started, I felt almost like I was doing a disservice to the channel or to my viewers because you guys want to see cross stitch. But I'm like, you know what? I've always been a multi-craftual channel, and I'm enjoying it so much, and hopefully you guys will see that and will be happy for me. And I mean, come on, if you've got stuff like this to look at, that's gonna be exciting. It's exciting for me, even though she looks a little bit like a zombie right now. I realize she does because she's not skin colored and she doesn't have any hair, but she will have hair, I promise. She's gonna have gorgeous like purpley blue hair, and she's gonna have bright pink fins. She's probably gonna have fins that are that color because that's kind of where it is in the ball of yarn that I'm using. I am using a Mandala Sparkle, Lion Brand Mandala Sparkle for this one, which I'm finding I really like all of the Mandala, the Lion Brand Mandala stuff. I like the fact that she's a little wonky. Her now, this is not the pattern. I'm sure this is me that I stitched her a little wonky. It seems like her boobs aren't quite even, but you know what? I don't know a single woman whose boobs are even, so there we go. I don't know. I just think she has a lot of character already, and I like that she is not a skinny mini mermaid. She is a healthy girl, and or a healthy fish, and I am just really excited by her. And I know she's gonna have sisters coming soon, and maybe a seahorse pet or a dragon friend or something, because I'm definitely just on the road to make all of these amigurumi fantasy creatures. I'm just way into them right now. So I tried stitching part of the bottom fin last night, and I was at that point where I was tired and I couldn't see good, and I couldn't concentrate, and I was messing stuff up right and left, so I tore it all out, which is the nice thing about crochet, right? I tore it all out, and I'm gonna start over again. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today or not, but I am excited to get her finished. And so as soon as I get that hair, which is supposed to be on Thursday, I think, I'm gonna be excited to get her done. Maybe in the meantime I'll start a sister, because I want to see what the difference is between the bodies. I know I don't want to do the third one because the third one has very small chest, and how bad is that? I don't have it, so I'm gonna make them that represent me. The middle one I think is a little bit thinner and has more like a body. She's a little less dumpy. This one is a little more dumpy, maybe a little older. Her boobs are a little saggier, but that's okay. It happens to the best of us. Anyway, thank you guys for going on the journey with me. I hope that you're enjoying the crochet. I'm enjoying it so much that it's like I want everybody to start doing it. I want everybody to start making joggins and crocheted dolls and things, so that I'm not alone in my current obsession. But yeah, and other thing I wanted to ask you guys, because I noticed, like, you know, I do pay attention to my channel, and when I do a video that I put in the middle of the week, my channel views stay higher. Obviously they're not quite as dippy because, you know, my Wednesday ones are never as popular, but you know, so what other kinds of videos would you guys like to see from me as an additional thing? I know a lot of people do like stitch with me's. I was thinking actually that I could do like a crochet with me maybe, and do like a tag or something, if I can figure out a way to set that up. I don't know. I'm of course still a beginner. I may be working on intermediate patterns, but I'm still a beginner. Yeah, so what other things would you guys be interested in seeing me do? Or talk about, or whatever. Anyway, I think I'm just rambling now, so I'm just kind of enamored by looking at me holding up my half of a mermaid. I just really love her. So I think that that's it. Hopefully you guys can get it on your calendars for next week to jump on the Zoom. Hopefully, again, that we won't have any problems, or I won't have any problems, nobody else did, just me, with being on there and being able to talk to you guys, and that'll be fun to see everybody. And until I see you again, I hope you have a great week, and remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. And don't forget, tell me a name for her. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.